watching KESQ, the desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3, live at noon.
Thank you for joining us today at noon. I'm Angela Chen. Here's a look at what we're tracking right now. Devastating wildfires burning near the Coachella Valley are affecting thousands, with evacuations happening all over SoCal. We are live from the line fire right now as it gets closer to homes. Plus, the Cathedral City Fire and EMS department is teaching the community life-saving skills. We'll show you the tools they're using to educate others and when you can take part in their event. All right, we are starting with that fire coverage. Patrick, tracking a lot right now. Air quality not good in the valley, of course, from the line fire to an earthquake this morning. Let's start with all of that.
We got a lot of stuff going on, but I want to take you to an interactive map, and you can follow this. It's from CAL FIRE and the Forestry Department. And let's go ahead and grab this full screen because I want to show you guys what's going on, give you an essence of what's happening here. This is Highland here in the lower portion of the screen, and you can see how the fire's been burning up the mountain, up toward Running Springs. And they've been defending these homes. Every little white dot that you see here is a structure, and they're defending those as best they can. Now, the fire is also burning its way between the ridges and then over toward Big Bear. And here's Big Bear. This is the lake, the dam over here. You can see the highway that runs right along through there. And there are a number of closures on those highways for obvious reasons, but they are working to prevent the fire from climbing into these areas. If you see the yellow coloration, that indicates an evacuation warning. They have warned people that they may be mandatory evacuations, or they are not yet. But the areas shaded in this purple shade, those are evacuation orders. They are mandatory. They have been ordered to get out. And so you can see how the fire is creeping along the ridges, and it's burning uphill. They've been very good in their defense so far of Running Springs, but it's very, very difficult because the terrain here is extremely steep, and the fire is pretty intense, and there's a lot of smoke. We get a lot of smoke, but think about up at the top of this ridge where that fire is burning in that direction. They're getting a lot of smoke there. All right, let's talk about the earthquake. There have been a number of littler quakes. I'm going to zoom in on that. The 4.7 was at about 7:30 this morning, 7:28. Then there have been a couple of 3.4s. All of this just north of Malibu. So they've been dealing with that shaking going on this morning. We've been dealing with the smoke, and it continues to be an issue. You can see smoke in the image here of downtown Palm Springs. You're encouraged to maybe stay indoors if you can. We're up to 96 degrees. We're not going to get much past about 102 today. We remain under a smoke advisory, and the air quality has ranged anywhere from moderate to very unhealthy. It is significant today. The air quality is probably as worse as it's been. Temperatures look great, but we're going to be contending with the air quality for at least through the remainder of today and likely into tomorrow as well. So, Angela, lots going on, and you got a fire burning that's in several major fires, and then you get the earthquake. So no one wanted that this morning.
Yeah, and hopefully those air purifiers are on in your home. Stay in the AC, just save your lungs that trouble.
You know, normally when we have such comfortable temperatures in the overnight, I always say it's nice to open up the windows. Can't do it right now. Keep those windows closed. Keep your air circulating inside the house through the filtered system.
Yeah, you don't want your lungs to burn. All right, thank you, Patrick. All right, the line fire continues to burn over 37,000 acres with 18% containment at the moment. It has forced multiple communities to evacuate. We saw it on Patrick's interactive map. We're going to take you there live now with News Channel 3's Shay Lawson joining us live from the edge of the fire with the latest update. Shay.
That's right, Angela. I'm live in Angeles Oaks at a drop location where you can see a fire engine behind me. Now, firefighters are doing the best that they can to protect homes in the area from this fire. I'm joined by Captain Curtis Rhodes with CAL FIRE. He's one of the PIOs for the line fire. Our crews have been tracking this fire. We've seen a lot of changes, a lot of burnt trees, more burnt infrastructure. Can you kind of speak to the progress of the line fire and, what's the fire still doing?
We're still seeing a lot of fire activity on the north end of this fire. However, yesterday with the challenging winds that we're battling up here in this community, we did see that fire front transition towards the community. However, we had our ground crews in place to go direct on that incident and work directly with the aerial branch directors to get the helicopters in here, slow that forward progress down, and continue to run it up the drainage and keep it out of the community here in Angeles Oaks.
That's great to know. And, speaking to those helicopters, I understand that some of the other fires in the area, they could pose a threat to the aircrafts. Are you guys seeing that just because of the smoke and everything?
Absolutely. They have a challenging mission ahead of them. When we start to see that inversion layer come down, it tends to challenge them when they get in near the fire. However, the past couple of days, we've seen that inversion lift, and they'd be able to come in here and drop directly on the fires, steer the forward progress of it, and let those ground crews continue to put in mitigation efforts to keep the community safe.
Thank you so much, Captain. Now, you know, as the fire progresses, Angeles Oaks is not out of danger. In fact, around us, you can probably see the smoke. It's getting a little bit into my throat. I'm feeling a little bit choked up. But, you know, we're very grateful for our firefighters. I know the community is, you know, and that's all we can do. We will continue to bring you updates both on air and online at KESQ.com. I'm reporting live in Angeles Oaks. Shay Lawson, News Channel 3.